Ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone arena action. As I mentioned at the beginning of my last video, this is a special arena run. It's the first Hearthstone arena run that I am doing after breaking up with or I should say being broken up with by my girlfriend of just over a year. What's really annoying, and sorry for using this time to vent about my personal life, is we moved in 4 months ago. So now I have to deal with the lease and finding a subletter and moving all my shit again. I hate moving so much. It's just a pain in the ass. Okay, so what we have here is a really awkward situation against a mage where we've got these 2/1s that I would be happy against most classes just to dump on turn 1, but obviously not against a mage. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep the South Sea deckhand because the charge could be useful as removal. I'll keep my 3-drop, and I'm not going to play this on turn 1, of course. My plan at the moment, yeah, looks like I'm going to have to make a dagger on turn 2. And then on turn 3, either play a Worgen or the South Sea deckhand for removal, depending on the situation. Okay, the Brewmaster doesn't have much synergy in my deck, but one piece of synergy it does have is it might allow this guy to charge twice. So I can attack, play the Panda, replay him. I can play this guy, attack with charge, replay him, and then attack again. And the total cost of that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So do I play the Panda just to have it trade with the Geomancer, or do I make the Dagger and try to kill this Geomancer next turn? You know what, I'm actually going to make the Dagger and try to kill the Geomancer next turn. Seems likely that I'll be able to pull that off, and then after that, after using this Charger to kill the Geomancer, I can just play the Panda and have a drop. If I didn't have a 2-drop, well, if I didn't have a 2-drop, there wouldn't have been any options, so I wouldn't be making the situation. Anyway, do I hit her? Yeah, since I don't have any deadly poisons in this deck, which would incline me to keep my Dagger out, and since I do have Perdition's Blade, which would incline me to get my dagger used up, I'll go ahead and attack her for 1. Now, there is a risk to doing that, which is that I might find that, I get a creature down to 1 health or something, and then I'll really wish that I had kept the dagger around. So maybe I'll keep, 1 charge of the dagger here just for poops and giggles. Let's go ahead and do this. Charge and attack. And we'll do this. This is fine. So, now this is one of the few difficult decisions you can put to a mage, and it's not even that bad for them, but basically she either has to spend her entire turn killing this thing, or she actually plays her own stuff. And she looks like she's going to go ahead and do that. You know, it's kind of like a win-win, kind of not really, though. Ah, No Mission Inventor, a 4-drop, perfect. I could play this and put this guy back into my hand to, protect it from the mage's hero ability, but that seems sort of pointless. So we'll just go ahead and do that, and yes, now I will definitely use my last ploink of the dagger now that I know that I'm going to be playing this Perdition's Blade pretty soon. In fact, at 5 mana, I could potentially Panda back, get the Scout back into my hand if it still lives, and it will live, and then that gives me a way of using the Panda without having to put anything back in my hand while also using Perdition's Blade. Now, the problem is I'd actually like to kill this thing because mages do have a lot of spells. It'd be great to kill it. Can I kill it? Well, with a comboed Perdition's Blade, I can deal 4 damage. So I really need this thing to run in. What that means is, though, that if it runs in, it's going to die, so I can't Panda it back. What that means is that what I really need to do is attack with the Gnomish Inventor.
Hey, give me a minute.
So we'll do this. We'll, well, hang on. I could attack with this guy, Panda it back, play the Perdition's Blade. No, I could attack with this in here. And then basically I don't have to use the Perdition's Blade with combo. But even if I don't combo it, I don't gain anything because I still have a 2-drop. That sucks. Well, we'll do this then. So I'm going to save my Gnomish Inventor just because it's the more valuable creature. And the combo, I guess, really doesn't make any difference. I'm just playing it because, you know, you gotta do it. So yes, I could have preserved a tick of this weapon by running in my 1/1, but, you know, an almost dead creature is better than an already dead creature. This, she still has to spend 2 mana to kill it. And at this stage in the game, when you only got 5 mana, 2 mana is kind of a lot. So either she's making a 5-turn play, or she's only making a turn 3 play if she wants this thing to die. Next turn, I'm going to play 2 of my 3-drops. The question is, oh, that sucks. The question is, which 2? I hope she doesn't have any way to buff this or heal it. Please don't have like a Voodoo Doctor. Mirror Image! God damn it. Oh, that's so annoying. That is so irritating, I can't even handle it. Ugh. Well, with this I can actually do a different move. I can play Gnomish Inventor and the Mana Wraith. Is that worth it? Yeah, I think so. We'll do it. Draws me a card, which could be important. Okay. Well, the Eviscerate, I could use it against that, but I think I'd like to save it for something a little bit more pressing. We'll use the weapon to kill off half the mirror image. And we'll attack with this because we can. I mean, there's no reason not to attack. So this guy now gets to kill the Mana Wraith, so it was an official 2-for-1. It killed my Panda and it killed my Mana Wraith, which is actually pretty good value for that 4-drop. Oh, and Mirror Image stopped me from killing it with the weapon. Mirror Image, by the way, in case you missed the memo, very, very good card. It was a card that I used to undervalue as a mage and almost never take, but while I wouldn't like take 3 of them or anything crazy, it's definitely good to have at least 1 in your deck, and maybe even 2 is pretty good. I just noticed this mage's name, Raskolnikov. Very nice, very Russian. I hail from Estonia, but I speak Russian. That is my native language, so I do enjoy seeing that. Raskolnikov, what was that? That was in Crime and Punishment, wasn't it? I read that in English, of course. I'm not fluent enough in Russian to read hard literature in Russian. He was the bad guy that threw the axe or killed an old lady with an axe. I don't know why she frostbolted that thing when she could have used her creature to do it, and she did say whoops, which suggests she has regrets. Okay, this thing is having the shit protected out of it. This guy actually lived, holy crap. Well, now we get to do a really good move. I'm amazed how good this Eviscerate, or this Ogre Magi has been. So, okay, before I saw this Frostwolf Warlord, my plan was Ogre Magi, this deals 5 damage, kill this engine, kill the Mirror Image, finally kill this Charger. Now, with the Frostwolf Warlord, what I could do instead is make a 6/6, kill the Mirror Image, or excuse me, Eviscerate this, put it down to 1 health, use my Scout, kill the Mirror Image, leave this guy alive. The advantage of that play is that it puts a 6/6 on the board, but leaves my opponent with a 2/2. The advantage of the Ogre Magi play is that it leaves my opponent with no creatures. It leaves me with this creature as well, which could be an irksome thing. But then they all die to Flame Strike. But then if my opponent plays Flame Strike, what's going to be the situation? She'll have 4 cards to my 5 at the start of my turn, so I'll be like, okay, I guess. It's tricky. I might not get another chance to make this guy big. Alright. Hey, you know what? If I play this, and she has a Flame Strike, she can still kill it, because this guy will still be around. Alright, we're going to go for this move. So, Flame Strike would suck Donkey Dongs, but I'm still okay if she has the Flame Strike. So she draws her 5th card, she can play Flame Strike, clear my board. This drew me a card, this was half a card, and it definitely did its job. And this guy did its job as well, helping kill a creature. So it'll be 5 cards to 4 in our top deck, where it looks like a Cone of Cold instead, which is extremely irritating. And that's card draw, and I can't kill it because my stuff is silenced. Well, the good news is, though, that I get to play this guy, and he's going to be huge. In fact, I'll play him over the Boulder Fist Ogre. So I'll play Stealthy, because I don't... Well, I could use this to heal this thing, stop it from dying, but the problem is against a mage, I may actually want to heal myself someday. So I'm going to play the Stealthy Panther. I don't have enough mana to play 2 things, so we'll just play the 1. We'll put it over here on the edge. 7/7. Survives Flame Strike even if the Snow Mission Inventor runs into it, and Flame Strike would be her whole turn. So the best card she could have now is a Blizzard. Blizzard would freeze this thing, make it die to a Flame Strike in the future, it would kill this, let her kill this with her hero ability, and leave her with a 2/4. Mages can always have an out, but I feel like putting a 7/7 down was pretty good. Okay, no Blizzard, no Flame Strike is confirmed, assuming of course she actually makes this move. Assuming she actually does this, that would mean she's not planning to play Blizzard or Flame Strike. She changes her mind and plays Arcane Intellect. Okay, she could still play Blizzard. She goes a card up on me now, which is a bit unfortunate. She got a card from this, so she went a card ahead of me there, and she played Arcane Intellect, going another card ahead of me. So I've got quality, but she's got the quantity at the moment. Oh, looks like a Polymorph. Oh, okay, maybe not. She's attacking that, so she has a use for 5 mana. If she didn't have a use for 5 mana, she would, of course, kill us with her hero ability. Her grossly overpowered hero ability. And she has a Polymorph. Motherfucker! God damn it, that's annoying. Okay, well, here's what we gotta do here. Oh, Cold Blood, I can't win, though. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna dagger up. We're gonna use this sheep, which is on borrowed time, for good purpose. I'm gonna play a Boulder Fist Ogre. I'd rather play one big creature that dies to a Fireball or a Polymorph than two little creatures that would both die to a Flame Strike. And do I go for the Cold Blood to deal 4 extra damage and hope she doesn't have removal? I think hoping for a mage not to have removal is a little bit foolhardy, so I'll wait on that Cold Blood and see what I can do with it later on. Basically, if this Ogre survives the turn, that means she's not holding removal for it. Oh, does she seriously have a Frostbolt to finish this off? She does not. Okay, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay, well, there's no point playing Cold Blood on this, because I really do want to hit the panda with it. Unless, hold on a minute. I could play the Twilight Drake, which is a 4/4. I could play Cold Blood on this, swing for 10, down to 8. And I could play the Earthen Ring Farseer and heal it. That is 4, 7, 8 mana. It's possible. It's definitely possible. This 4/4 sadly dies to Flame Strike, but there's no helping that anymore. What's my other plan? Well, the other plan is I could play the Earthen Ring Farseer to heal this. Swing for 6, down to 12. Before that, I would, of course, play the Twilight Drake, and then I could play out the Raging Worgen. So then I'd be setting myself up for... God, shut up, you're mean. I'd be setting myself up to lose to another Flame Strike, basically. Now, there was one turn where I'm pretty sure she would have Flame Striked if she had it, and she didn't. Or would she have? No, because that was the turn I had the Frostwolf Warlord. So I don't know that that Flame Strike was top deck, necessarily. She might have more. Okay. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to do this. Do the Cold Blood. 1 mana for 4 damage is not great, but could be worse. I'm going to heal this up. Swing with my dagger. And remake the dagger. So, here we are doing what we always do against mages, which is hoping that they do not have their cards. I'm hoping she cannot clear my board here. If she has a Fireball or a Polymorph, she can kill this. With this, she can kill that. But as long as something lives, there's a non-zero chance that, like, as long as I can attack with this Twilight Drake, or even with this Farseer, there's a reasonable chance that I can kill her with my dagger and possibly also top deck some direct damage. I have another Eviscerate, which I will be able to combo out. I just, might be able to get in there. But now, because of the Gnomish Inventor and because of Arcane Intellect, she's way ahead on cards. So if she can clear me right here, it's over. Oh, it's close to over. And I'm very much behind. Fudge Sickles! She had the Fireball, because of course she did. So she had Polymorph for my Frostwolf Warlord, she had Fireball for my Ogre, she had Flame Strike for my team. She has 2 secrets now, which is probably going to be vaporized for this Twilight Drake. God damn everything. Please be Ice Armor. It's vaporized. Wow, there's really no way around it. If this is Ice Armor, I'm going to be so pissed. It's probably Mirror Entity. Which one would I rather she have? I guess I'd rather... That doesn't make any difference. I guess this one's worse because she can Wind Fury it.
For the crusade!
And of course it's Mirror Entity. Motherfucker! Okay, I'm going to play the Worgen, and the reason for that is simply that with what she has on the board, she can't kill them both. She can either pop Divine Shields and then kill this one, or she can pop Divine Shield and to kill my Worgen and then use the hero ability to kill this, but then this thing will still live. And if I can just hit her with this thing one time, I can get one creature to hit, I might be able to dagger her to death. Because I'm still at 20 health, she might not have enough burn to kill me off, so if she doesn't have any taunt or anything, I'll be okay. For once in this game, I need her not to have a mage spell. Once in this game. Once in this game. Once in this game! Okay, she's gonna draw cards. Fuck, that's just as bad. Oh my god. So what are my hopes? My hopes are Eviscerate. My hopes are Eviscerate. I have one more in here.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, this thing doesn't actually die, so it doesn't draw a card yet. Okay, that's fine. Alright, well. That is gonna win the game for me! Holy crap! Oh my god! Okay, Deadly Poison would have done the same thing, so the Dark Iron Dwarf was just as good. Oh my god, that was way too close. You know what? I'm gonna give myself 100% of the credit for that victory, because it was a mage who had everything, and I still came out on top, so booyah! Suck it. Alright, so that was good. That was a good win. Was that the first game of this new video? I think it actually was. So, hard-fought victory to get up into 2-1. That's not the most confidence-inspiring thing. Although, keep in mind that just because you have a loss early on or because you have a hard game early on doesn't mean your deck is bad necessarily. That's what it might mean. But, you know, anyone who goes 9-0 eventually, or, sorry, not eventually, anyone who goes 9-0 at some point was 0-0, and, you know, you might be the one who plays the 0-0 who ends up going 9-0, so you could see really good people in the beginning. You can't always expect to see good people, or easy people at the start. Fipigara the Hunter. It's an interesting question who's ahead in the Hunter versus Rogue matchup. I'm going to keep a 3-drop just to make sure I've got one. Mulligan the other two because they're not immediately helpful. And, well, I really wish I were going second. This is a time where it'd actually be very important to go second, so you could play one of these on turn 2. As it is, if I don't top deck into a 2-drop, I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. All I'm going to do is make a dagger, which is quite unimpressive unless he, like, you know, feeds me creatures to kill with the dagger. It does not look likely, unless this is like a loot hoarder. Starting buzzard. Balls. I can't kill that. It's so embarrassing being a rogue and not being able to kill that. Oh, that sucks so much. I'm going to keep the dagger around, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using one tick of the dagger on this buzzard in combination with Shiv next turn to kill it off. And the other one I'd like to have around. Oh my god, this is okay. So my opponent's already a card ahead. That's awesome. I kind of stay afloat here by using Shiv to draw a card to kill this buzzard. And so basically, I'm not losing a card to kill a creature, but he's getting a card because he buzzarded it again.
Here we go.
Betrayal could be nice, but I can't use it right now, so moot point here. And in fact, I can't kill this buzzard next turn. You know what's funny? Buzzard is going to be nerfed to be a 2-1 in the open beta patch, which means that had this been patched, my opponent, well, probably in front of a rogue would not have dropped the buzzard down, but if he hadn't dropped it down and had steady shotted me instead, I'd be in much better shape. I'd actually play my creatures and stuff. Eaglehorn Bow kills all of my creatures, except for this Panther, which is unfortunate. So my opponent is going balls to the walls aggression here. Oh, God. Wow, the Mana Wraith doesn't really do anything for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this Panther. Well, I can play the Farseer to heal for 3 and try to get him to use this other tick of the weapon on my Farseer. I think the Panther, though, makes a little bit more sense, because what I can do with this Panther is have some options next turn. If I need to, I can play the Frostwolf Warlord, settle for a 5/5, use the Panther to trade against this pesky buzzard, and call it a day. But if something else comes up, I could just play like a 3/3 and, you know, cast Betrayal, for example, if that ends up being a good thing to do.
I wonder.
He keeps pointing stuff at this Panther like he doesn't know what stealth is, which suggests that this is a newer player, which makes it all the more embarrassing that he's off to a roaring start against me and is looking to win at the moment. Man, I'm already at 20 health on turn 4. Hunters deal 2 damage a turn. It doesn't stop. Obviously, Taunt goes past that. And, yeah, I'm just in a heap of trouble here. I'm basically just trying to stay alive. Alright, he's going to steady shot me. It looks like he has nothing else to do. He looks like he's holding on to some kind of removal spells. So whatever I play is about to die. Eviscerate. Okay, I would rather do Eviscerate here than play a Frostwolf Warlord, because I want to get this healing down. And it's kind of sad that he's got some kind of removal, but you know what? If he's using removal on my creatures, he's not using removal on me. And against a Hunter at 17 health, I really don't want to be attacking with creatures anymore. Against Hunters, your like point as a rogue at which you stop wanting to attack with stuff has got to be a little bit earlier than against other classes, just because Hunters can deal 2 damage a turn to you. Multi-shot! Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't played it. Yeah, you know, it's been so long since I've played against a Hunter, I just like totally forgot that they have that. That's great. Okay, well, yeah, that's awesome. Glad that happened. I'm just gonna go ahead and play everything I have. Now, it's very important to do it with the Mana Wraith coming last, because otherwise you can't play one of your creatures. So we'll see what he has to say about this. Explosive Shot could kill 2 of them, but not 3. Explosive Trap would kill also 2 of them, but not 3. If he plays something big, I can assassinate it. Unless, of course, it's a Savannah High main, which would spawn those 2 hyenas, which would suck. Otherwise, if it's not threatening and if my creatures can deal with whatever he drops, I could just play Frostwolf Warlord and call it a day. Hunter's Mark makes me very fearful for an incoming explosive shot. Oh my god, that's so annoying. So this Frostwolf Warlord that I drafted, because I needed some big creatures, yeah, it's kind of terrible. Please do not be a removal spell. Please be... No! Well, I have to play it. I have no choice. I can't afford to wait any longer, so that sucks. This is about as bad as Frostwolf Warlord get. What did I take this over? Oh my god, he had 3 creatures on the board, Hunter's Mark and Explosive Shot. And he's ahead on cards, and ahead on life, and soon to be ahead on the board. All he needs is anything good. I mean, I guess I have ass tons of removal, but I'm in a really tricky spot because I have to do nothing but get creatures here. Motherfucker! Oh my god, that's so annoying. So I can't kill this with backstab, and it kills my creature and puts a creature on the board. Fuck. Alright, well, here's where I have to take a little bit of a risk. I'm gonna save my Assassinate for something else, and I'm actually gonna take 4 more damage. I just feel like it's worth it to hold on to this Assassinate in case he drops a big threat of some sort. But man, he had the perfect cards. He had the perfect start. My backstab came like, you know, 6 turns too late, and I don't think there's really anything I could do. Given how I drafted, there was nothing I could have done to win this game, I don't think. I could have drafted differently, potentially. Oh, of course, why don't you just keep having removal for everything I play? You had the multi-shot, the Hunter's Mark and the Explosive Shot, the Arcane Shot for that, the Argent Commander for my 4/4. God, everything is just terrible. Okay. Oh, of course, that's awesome. That's great. I'm glad that happened. That's so fucking great. Ah, oh, man. I really hope he'd play another creature for Betrayal to be useful. Unfortunately, it looks like that's not going to happen. Like a 3/2 right in the middle here, or really anywhere. A 3/2 would just be perfect. Just play a 3/2. Let me Betray and Assassinate to clear your board. Hopefully I draw a creature and then I have like a chance in hell of winning the game. Secret. Bah. Fuck. That's awful. Okay, well I have to clear his board now. There's no choice about it. So the way we do that is we Betrayal to kill one of them. Then might as well attack to see if this is Explosive Trap. It's not Explosive Trap. We'll Assassinate this. And we'll play the Voodoo Doctor for some healing. See if it's a snipe. It's a snipe. I was actually kind of hoping it would be a Freezing Trap. Then if this Voodoo Doctor could trigger it, I wouldn't mind paying 3 mana to replay it. As it is, of course, it was the worst possible trap. And yeah, he's got 3 cards to my 0 and a life advantage, and he's a hunter and deals 2 damage a turn. So this game is pretty much over. It would take some kind of phenomenal luck for me to catch up. And again, Sprint would be pretty good here, and I, of course, did not take it. It was just so bad in my last arena. Almost as bad as this owl is right now. Oh, God. Well, these creatures are pretty dinky, but I don't know. He's just going to burn me out. My life total is too low. All right, well, I think what I actually have to do is this. I'm going to shoot that thing, because I can't combo it. And kill this thing. Hopefully it's not Snake Trap. Okay, that would have been sucky if it were. So I'm at 11, so I'm dead in 6 turns. By the way, the reason I hit that is because it was going to hit me, so if something's going to hit you, you might as well hit it, no matter how low on life you are. Same is going to go for this Hyena. Unless I get my Lord of the Arena. Lord of the Arena is like the one card here that would make me not hit this Hyena. Scarlet Crusader is not Lord of the Arena, so down it goes. This is definitely not looking good. So we know it's not Snipe. We know, I think it's not Explosive Trap, or do. I don't think I've hit him yet. Did I attack him with my dagger? I don't think I have, not since this secret came out. I think this could still be an Explosive Trap. Here's where I would hope it's Freezing Trap, because the extra mana cost is not likely to be relevant. Oh god, that's the game. He can just burn me out. Yep, there's nothing I can do. I don't think I have enough healing in here. So the only thing that can... Oh yeah, I'm actually dead right now. Alright, well, that opponent was new, just judging by how much stuff he pointed at my stealth creature. So this is bad. Maybe my deck is bad. I thought it was like not the greatest rogue deck of all time, but I thought it was decent. But given that I lost to that deck, I don't know. Maybe it's just not as good as I think. So we are officially in clawing mode. When you're at 2 and 2, I think the only verb that you can reasonably use to describe what you're doing at that moment in your life is clawing. And let's see how far we can go. So yes, my first Hearthstone run after being broken up with by my girlfriend is not shaping up to be a particularly good one. I was kind of hoping, you know, maybe in some kind of karmic justice, Even though I was betrayed by the one I loved, I could, you know, cast Betrayal to kill some creatures. I don't know. Ah, yes, it's the old, you start with your 2-1 when you're up 1-for-1 when you're up against a mage thing that I just love so much. We'll keep it, it's removal. We'll keep that, it's removal. And I'll probably coin this out on turn 1. I don't know. We'll see what my opponent has on her first turn. I may not want to coin this out if she does something like play a Mana Wraith. Or I guess maybe I will, then I can finish it off with the dagger on turn 2. We'll see. Mana Worm, excuse me. I'm the one with the Mana Wraith. Well, okay, this is fine. So what I'm going to do is... yeah. I'm going to go ahead and coin out the Mana Wraith. I could have coined an Eviscerate. With combo, it would have killed this, but I feel like Eviscerate is more valuable than Mana Wraith. And Eviscerate would have left her with 2 mana to do her turn with As She Pleases. Here she has to spend her whole turn to do that if she wants it to die. She's what? I don't know what that's all about. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I can't take advantage of this in any way. Like, I can't play this and charge in with a dagger because of, you know, of course, the Mana Wraith. And I cannot combo these guys anymore. So yeah, I'll just do what my opponent should have done, I guess. But I don't think she attacked with her Mana... yeah, she didn't attack with her Mana Worm at all. She just forgot to attack with it. Okay, this might be a new player, but then again, it might not be because, of course, we've all seen Papa Boris forget to attack with his creatures sometimes. And friendly post commenters have notified me of this fact. Next turn is looking kind of tricky, actually, because I could combo an Eviscerate by playing this guy, but this guy will then die to the Mage's Hero ability on turn 4. Granted, on turn 4, if my opponent's using 2 mana to kill this, that could be, you know, less bad than her spending 4 mana to play a Chillwind Yeti or Ascension Shieldmaster. But it is still going a card down, which is not my favorite thing to do.
Give me a quest.
Okay. Well, that thing's gonna die. This is interesting now, because I could play the Panther. How much could she play next turn? Like, would she play more than 2 spells on turn 4? To the point where Eviscerate would no longer kill it? Probably not. I mean, if I play this and kill it, what am I doing with my life? Let's go ahead and be risky. I'm going to do this. We'll keep a tick on the dagger just in case I end up wanting it, and just because I don't want to have to remake the dagger next turn to play this guy, if I want to play him at all. And we're going to pass the turn. So, if she manages to play 3 spells somehow, like Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mirror Image, Arcane Missiles, then I'll feel like a goofhead, but as long as nothing wacky happens, we should be alright. Okay, we're fine. We're not great, so this Panther being a 4-2 just sort of sucks, as you can see, but we're fine. So I'm going to go ahead and play this guy. I'll use Eviscerate on that. This guy's time on this earth is borrowed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually run him in here. Use my dagger there to finish that off. And use my Panther to actually swing for 4 damage there. So if she wants to use the Boar, and then her hero ability to finish us off, she can. Notice how that Swarm creature, the Razorfern Hunter, was pretty good. And if she doesn't want to do that, then I will happily make my dagger and kill this thing. So she really probably should do that unless she has better things to do for 5 mana, which it appears that she does. Now, my opponent, I think, made a mistake here. Normally, I'm not a big fan of attacking into your opponent's creatures if they are not immediately going to die. But here, I mean, she knows I can just use my dagger then to kill this off. The question is, what do I do about this Gorbashi Berserker? That is kind of a problem, I suppose. Well, I think... oh, actually, that's a real big problem. It's just going to kill my Panther. I see what she was doing. Haha. I don't think there's any way that I can avoid 2-for-1ing. Yeah. Alright, here's the best thing I can think of. I'm going to dagger up and kill this Spore. This guy did get to deal 8 damage because it attacked twice, which isn't nothing. And I'm going to play Scarlet Crusader. So the idea here is that now she can, of course, go ahead and enrage her Gurabashi, but if she doesn't have a healing card, the Scarlet Crusader can pop her Divine Shield and kill this thing off. If she does take the 2 mana to pop the Divine Shield, which she's going to do, that's fine. She's going to get her 2-for-1 off this Gurabashi, but it also means she didn't get to play anything on turn 6. Very interesting decision. Killing a 3-1 instead of a 4-2, there's really no reason to do that because this 4-2 can still kill the 5-4. So unless she has a way of killing this thing, that was just a stone cold mistake. It looks like it was a stone cold mistake. All right, great. So now what do? Well, one option is to play the Farseer, heal myself for 3, and play the Eviscerate and kill this thing that way. Another option is to play the Ancient Mage, and the advantage of that is that it spends more mana. Now the problem is if this is Mirror Entity. I can't play the Boulder Festoger. Yeah, actually I can't. I just can't play the Boulder Festoger in case it's Mirror Entity, so I have to play a weak creature. What would I rather get, the 2/5 or a 3/3? Well, 2/5 is 7 total stats, this is only 3 total stats. I guess this is better. So even though it doesn't use up all my mana the way that the Ancient Mage does, the rule is, from Papa Boris's Book of Proverbs, all else being equal, use up all your mana. I don't think all else was equal in this case. So we're going to heal up for 3, which is nice against mages. It is a Mirror Entity. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to respect the fact that mages have a lot of removal. We're going to go ahead and go for board clear. So I'm going to kill that Gurubashi with the Eviscerate. Am I? I mean, it's just something to get 4 more damage on and put her to the question. If she plays Flame Strike to kill these things, I'll feel like a doofus for not killing this when I had the chance. You know what? Maybe this is objectively the wrong decision. I have lost enough games lately because of not killing creatures. I'm just going to go ahead and trade. I've just lost like a number of games. I was like, yeah, I'll leave the creature alive, and then I lose directly because I chose to leave the creature alive. So we'll just kill that thing this time. Next turn, most likely going to play Boulder Festoger and Dagger up. Or if I'm feeling frisky and this is alive, I could play Boulder Festoger and Cold Blood and swing for 7 down to 14. Put the heat on a little bit. I don't like the fact that she has 5 cards, though. That's a lot of cards, unfortunately. Mages can have plenty of answers in those 5 cards. Well, okay, that changes my tune completely. The War Golem kills the Earthring Farseer. Or, excuse me, the Boulder Festoger, which is not good. So I could backstab this, and then it'll be at 5 health, which is non-helpful. I could play the spell Ancient Mage, backstab this would be at 4 health. Then I could dagger and use this and kill it. So I'm still 2 for 1ing and taking a bunch of damage to the face. I think what we're going to do instead is play the Boulder Festoger. And I'm still 2 for 1ing myself, but at least this way I put a bigger creature on the board, so she has to have either Fireball or Polymorph, and I hate that about mages, that there's 2 different cards they can have that will kill this. But it's the best thing I had, I think. Arcane Intellect. She's already ahead on cards, and she goes ahead another card. My only source of possible card advantage is this guy. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, Cone of Cold? Okay, well, it's not the worst thing, I guess, that could have happened. Doomsayer. Oh my god, that's actually really irritating. This will actually work. I don't see any way for that to not work. Motherfucker. Oh, it's so obnoxious. Well, I wish I had a silence. Huh? Okay, well, all we can do here is swing. And it goes through. I hate this card so much it doesn't work most of the time, but I didn't have my Assassinate and this thing was frozen. So she spent 2 cards, the Cone of Cold and that, to kill my Ogre, which I guess is pretty good. But she's still doing fine on cards. Oh my god, really? Nightblade. Oh my god, really? That deserves a well played. Well played. Well played indeed. Alrighty. Well. I can do everything, can't I? I don't even have to use the backstab. Alright, we'll do this. This.
I forget things.
This.
Here we go.
And attack it. I don't really like that very much at all. Because her health total is way too high. So she can play the Nightblade, take me down to 14. And then I actually can't really deal with this 4/4 very easily at the moment. I'd have to use backstab and hit it, or I'd have to use my creatures. Oh, what is this crap? Ugh. I don't like this at all. Loot order. Alright. Okay. Twilight Drake. That's great. That is freaking delightful. Well, I'm going to play it. I don't think there's any reason to hold on to it. And yeah, let's go ahead and clear our board out. So we'll do that for 3 damage, thanks to the spell damage. We'll throw this guy away, who's on borrowed time anyway. And kill off the Loot Hoarder to prevent it from killing the Twilight Drake. Remake the dagger, because why not? And okay, so now at least if she plays the Nightblade, I can trade my Twilight Drake into it, but that leaves me with a 2/3, and her with 3 cards. And me in top deck mode, and at a life disadvantage against a mage. and her at 20 health, which is nowhere close enough for me to be able to kill anything, or to kill her. So this is looking just bad all around. Arcane Explosion. That's going to kill my Twilight Drake. That deserves actually a very well played. I think I'm going to be conceding very shortly here. I keep hitting her creatures, which is really... Oh, okay, you do that. That's funny. Okay, so it's not Counterspell or Spellbender or any of that stuff.
Here we go.
Is it Ice Armor? Oh no, it's another mirror entity. Well, I can't do anything about it. It could have been a Vaporize, but it wasn't. Because of course it wasn't. Oh geez, they buff each other up. That is hilarious. Okay. It's pretty much over. So a 2-win arena. I do not have many of those. I honestly thought this deck would be better than 2 wins. So either I was unlucky or I just evaluated my deck really poorly. And she replays the Nightblade. Hits me for 5, and I think this game is pretty much over, actually. Yeah, it's over. Alright, well, I'll give her a well played. So, the mistake she made with the Doomsayer, or sorry, with the Wild Pyromancer killing it herself, and the fact that she played a Doomsayer, which is pretty bad epic, and just general stuff like that, makes me think that wasn't a very good player, but she beat me, and that Hunter also pointing at my stealth creature all the time also seemed not to be very good, but he beat me. So that just was a pretty bad arena. So it was a shitty day all around in the life of Boris. No successes in the arena today. I'm sharing an apartment and have like 8 months left on a lease with someone who just broke up with me. And I get a cool, well, it is 2 wins, so I guess this is actually pretty good. 35 gold for 2 wins in the arena. That's better than what I normally get for 4 wins. Sad days, folks. Sad days. You know what would make me really happy, though? If you click the like button and or subscribe to my channel. Support me here in my dark, dark hours. Let's go ahead and do our post-arena rituals. We got an epic here. Do I have these? Or did I think I might have crafted them. I did not craft them. Okay, that's good to know. So that was new. Let's take a quick look here. That's right, I was making a Shaman deck that Force featured on his channel. It had Earth Elementals in it, but I was like, nah, we don't need that. So I didn't actually craft them, which is great, because I got one. That's awesome. That's like a lot of dust, 400 dust that I didn't use. And I got something new in here. It looks like I got a new rare. I didn't look at what it was. Always exciting to see a new rare. Wow, Defender of Argus? What? Did I really not have 2 of these? Wow, that's great. This is a very important one. It's used in a lot of decks. So I guess it's nice that I have a playset now. That's awesome. And let's go ahead then, and that's a little bit of a consolation here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next arena run. It's going to be a Hunter, a Priest, or a Shaman. I feel like I haven't played Hunter in a long time. Might as well continue the string of failure and sadness, huh? All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. Please like and or subscribe if you're willing to support me, and I'll see you next time. Till then.